fellas, I'm sure you've noticed, just like I've noticed over the years, as the years pass by, how long are we just going to ignore it and pretend that it's not right in front of our faces? Now, you look at sites like OF that has blown up and has made a lot of women a lot of money. We know what that is. That's blatant and like right in your face. They've made an environment for women to be doxies. And for those that don't know what doxy means, it's pretty much the same as a working girl, call girl. The oldest profession in the world. Same thing. It means the same thing. Just another word for prostitutes. And now you can look at, and you can read it online. A lot of these women will actually post on there, well, if you want to go out with me, you got to pay to get my nails and my hair done. Wait a minute. I just met you. I don't know you from a can of paint. And you want me to pay for you to get your hair and your nails done? How was you going to get them done if we never met? Just pass the buck, kick the can down to the road, kick the can down the road to the next simp, so he can chip in and pay his hard-earned money for a stranger, basically, that's begging. A lot of y'all claim to be strong and independent, but you begging a stranger that you barely even know for money. But then when you lean back and really think about it, is she really begging? Just the walls of this whole, the veil around this whole ideology. Because what they're trying to do, what society is trying to do, and you can read it, from women never being wrong in any situation, no matter what. They're trying to bring back the oldest profession in the world. Slowly but surely, they're like dangling in front of everybody's face so everybody can let down their guard. People that are staunchly against it can let down their guard and actually allow it to be slowly, like, knock the taboo off of it. And they've really done that, and nobody is even talking about it. It's just, they've basically thrown it in everybody's faces. When OF first jumped off, people thought it was like this niche thing, something that, flash in the pan, something that was going to come and go. And the fact that, initially it would be used as personal communication, I guess, instead of watching porn, watching strangers, do their thing in porn and stuff like that. You can't really communicate them. The only thing OF changed in that sense is, I guess, being able to directly communicate with these girls. And some of these girls actually meet these dudes, these simps offline, charge them more money. Because not only are they online doxies, they're offline doxies. Nobody is talking about how society has basically made it, without coming out and making an announcement in the press, in the news, in articles online. They basically leaned back and allowed this to become normalized. So when you see girls that, this one girl, it was posted online, she got mad at this dude because she wanted to get her hair and her nails done. It was a first date. I don't even think they other than the initial meeting each other, they ain't never went out. I can't remember if they met in person. They might have met online, but they were going to meet in person. And she wanted him to get her hair and nails done. He responded, "Okay, let me know when you're done." So she waited a few hours, this and that. And she explained that she waited so that he would reach out again and come correct. That's what she said. She wanted him to reach out again and come correct. Then she actually called him back, was like, "No, you supposed to ask for my Cash App. You supposed to get my hair and nails done if you want to go out." Oh, so that's your price. That's not what he said. That's when I read that. That's what I thought. Like, huh? So that's your price. So why don't you just come right out and say that you a doxy? Just come right out and say it. You a doxy. That way we can skip all the fake shit. If you selling your box and you got a price attached to your box, say that. Let's stop wasting each other's time out here, because it's too much. Time is money. Don't nobody have time to waste or money to waste, especially on a doxy. A lot of y'all might think the guys, like every guy is into that, paying for box and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about guys to go overseas just for that sole purpose. I don't agree with it. It's not my thing, but I'm not going to knock. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But a lot of these women have been brainwashed to think that every guy that they come across is going to be doing it. And that's why it's slowly being seeped into mainstream society that, oh, this is okay. It's normal. No, it's not. No, it's not. And a lot of women are resorting to this. Buy me an outfit, get my hair and nails done, and then we can go on a date. Huh. So I'm paying for all this. Your clothes, your hair, your nails. We're going to go out. I'm going to pay for all the food. And then what? You're going to return the favor for some box that at that point in time, the dude probably won't even want at that. Because now it's like, oh, okay, I see what this is. This whole thing is transactional. When you could just say that up front. I'm a doxy. This is the price of my boxy. You see how fast that just cuts through all the BS? But you got to keep in mind, in the modern woman's mind, nothing is ever her fault. And even if in the back of her mind, she knows and she comes to the conclusion that, you know what, yeah, I fucked that up, she would never say it. She would never say that shit out loud. And if she does say it out loud, it would be when she's at home by herself. Because the mind of the modern woman is severely allergic to accountability. That's not in their vocabulary. We're going to read some of this article right here of basically this woman is passing a book, and she's basically saying she's been passing a book since her teenage years of riding the carousel, the horses up and down, up and down. Are all women prostitutes in some way? In today's time, it certainly looks that way. When I made out with men in my teens, I always felt as though I was exchanging something for them. It didn't take long to discover that men were constantly seeking something from me, and that something was usually sex. Though I was only partially aware of it at the time. I was also actively negotiating during this exchange. See, even back in her teenage years, she was bartering the box to get something in exchange. For some strange reason, women view sex as a one-way transaction. They actually believe that the guy is the only one getting something out of that, which is the dumbest shit ever, just based off biology alone. There's a reason why during those encounters that women are aroused and their bodies do certain things, because ladies, you are also getting something out of that exchange. And y'all seem to think that you can just gaslight men on fire to the point where we're so consumed and engulfed in flames that our common sense has just jumped out the window without a parachute. You actually have guys thinking that we're the only ones that get something out of that. That's not even biologically true, but that's what they want to pass out just so they can barter something out of the deal. So being a doxy starts at an early age for a lot of girls, especially if when you're younger, you're attractive. A lot of guys coming at you trying to holler. So the doxy habit starts early. Sometimes unintentionally, I was attempting to figure out the best way to reveal SCX. I was clearly going along for the ride, even if I wasn't sure what I was getting out of it. Sexual pleasure, that is. You can just hear, just by reading this, you can hear the smarmy, aloof attitude of this woman as she recalls her dealings when she was younger. In reading this, you can see that she still, as a baseline, thinks along the same lines when she was younger. Her brain never matured and developed beyond that. As far as, do you think you're accountable at all? So even way back then, you thought selling the Cracker Jack box was something you wanted to do because, the pleasurable part out of it, you're not getting any. It's all the guy that's getting that. So let me barter something. And this is why they grow up and they think the way they do now in the society. And you just take a look around. Can you come? My pipes burst. Now I don't really have the ends to pay a plumber. I know you're handy with tools. We friends and everything. Can you come over and what I'm saying? Can you take care of my kitchen pipes for me? And she know that this dude that she's saying it to, she know that the dude like her. I mean, he genuinely likes her and wants to be with her. So she indirectly dangles the box out there, like, I would surely appreciate it. You come over. I don't really have any money to call an actual plumber. Can you come over here? And I'm not even talking about the metaphorical sense when they actually throwing a box out there. Yo, come hit this. I'm talking about if they actually have an issue like, a pipe burst or plumbing issue, like for real. And they call the friend zone guy. The guy who they know is a simp. They know the guy like her and want to get with her. Let me use this guy to get, barter the box, allude and make him think that he's actually going to get a taste of this. And maybe I will, maybe I won't. barter in the box. That's what doxies do. This to me suggests that heterosexual attraction and flirtation can be viewed as a type of market, like supply and demand. Sexual negotiations place women in the position of a merchant who exchanges sex or exclusive sexual access for goods and services. Ooh, that sounds very doxy to me. Rendered by males, such as opportunities, affection, commitment, protection, and material favors. Oh, yeah, we know they love material things. A lot of these women are so far down the road in the materialism spectrum, it just oozes out of their pores as soon as you meet them. And you can tell, especially the cash appers. These bras got Cash App all over their Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. And it's not like they offering digital products or some like a podcast actually giving advice or talking about issues and discussing information and stuff like that. No, they're not doing that. It's all about bartering the box. They have literally made being a working girl legal without actually saying it. Because in stings and operations, a lot of them target the customers. They target the guys first. They'll take the women down here and there, give them a slap on the wrist. Oh, you need to stop doing that. Naughty, naughty girl, cut it out. Okay, we're gonna let you out on a $40 bond, and here's a ticket, and pay at your leisure. Meanwhile, the customer, oh yeah, man, you're looking at up to 6 months in jail. I advise you to get an attorney. They'll make the guy go through the whole system. And this is another thing. This is another way they've incentivized women to be doxies. And this is why so many of them out there are on this, well, first date, we barely know each other. You got to buy my outfit. You got to buy, hair, nails, all that. You got to come get me. You got to pay for the food. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, bitch, I just met you. I don't even know you. So you want wife treatment and you barely a notch above being a complete stranger. Huh. So that's how we working it, huh? To put it another way, the idea contends that women only have control over males in sexual interactions because they are less motivated by sexual cravings. Really? So y'all don't get hot in the drawers, huh? This is that what we're doing? So only men like getting it in. Only men like clapping cakes, and y'all don't like getting y'all cakes clapped. Is that what's going on? So all this overarching, look over here, so you are distracted from what's really going on over here. That shit don't work. Y'all literally are trying to resurrect the oldest profession in the world, and it's right in front of everybody's faces. That's why OF is so popular. That's the elephant in the room. Because they know damn well some of these women are willing to meet some of these dudes offline for extra cash. Extra cash. And will be a cash transaction. I'm willing to bet. Because I'm willing to bet, like, whatever's going on OF, you debit card, credit card, however that go. But when these women are willing to meet these guys offline, I'll bet anything that's a 100% fully cash, hand-to-hand exchange. Let's not pretend for 1 minute this is not going on. I mean, this is the environment. This is the return of the Doxy environment. So let's ponder one of the most controversial, almost never debated questions. Are all women in some ways doxies? Yes, in my opinion. You're not a wife and you're not trying to be one, and you miss Cash App so I can get my hair and nails done, even though I've never met this guy in person. If you that chick, you a doxy. You definitely are. Like this one video, one broad actually busted out all you chicks. It was like basically like, yeah, these chicks on Twitter, Instagram, and everywhere else with the Cash Apps out and all that, these bitches selling pussy. I could believe that. Just put two and two together. Before you all lose your minds with this big ugly question, let's think more deeply about it. Oh, she wants to get so deep into her bird brain archives. In the bird brain catacombs. The archives of the bird brain. Row 9, section 2. Nah, chick, we know what it is. This age-old debate with perhaps a modern twist, whether all women are in some way considered doxies. It's a controversial topic, indeed, and one that invites a multitude of perspectives. Let's delve into this without judgment or censorship. Firstly, it's crucial to differentiate between the literal and figurative definitions of doxy. Literally, a doxy is a person who engages in favored sexual activities for financial gain. However, when someone suggests that all women are doxies in some way, it's likely they're using the term metaphorically. Nah, that's bullshit. Not at all. You see how they try to shy away from what they're actually doing? We know, we can blatantly see what they're actually doing. You're living the working girl life, and you don't want to admit it to yourself. You don't want to come out and say this is what you're doing when it's obvious this is what y'all are doing. And men have caught up to it. For the most part, men know exactly what you're doing, the angle that you're coming from. And a lot of times, guys just say up front, yo, how much? We ain't even got to waste all this time. Fuck dinner and all that shit. You want to be a prostitute? Okay. Name your price. Let's just stop playing games. If that's what you is, be who you are. Be proud of who you are. Go work at a brothel. If you're going to be there, go 0 to 100. What you switching lanes for? Them other lanes ain't for you. Stay in the lane you in and be that. You know what I'm saying? When I was in my teens, we're going to skip down a little bit. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description box. You guys can read it in its whole and shit. When I was in my teens, my mother encouraged me that men would value my sexuality, as I recall. Oh, so your mom was grooming you to be a working girl even at a young age. No wonder your head's so bobbly. She advised me to be smart about my sexual orientation and behavior. She was talking about avoiding consuming too much sex, not about using protection. Oh, of course not. No, that's not important. It's important to note that my mother wasn't discussing selling my virginity to the highest bidder, which is another sex related issue women face. You see how the buck just gets passed along, even in her adult years, as she reflects back on when she was younger. The way that she thinks, the way that her mind works is not much different. She still has a teenage mind, reflecting on what her mom taught her at an early age. Sounds like she thinks that's perfectly okay. What's the go to? Nah, it's the guy's fault. All they want is sex. My mom, no, she wasn't telling me to just, sell the box to the highest bidder. No, no. That's her protecting her mom, even though she was teaching her some questionable, depraved, tactics on how to deal with guys and this and that and bartering the box. You always have to get something out of this interaction as if, intercourse is a one-way thing as far as pleasure. It's the oldest trick in the book, just like being a doxy, a call girl, a prostitute. And this is the world we currently live in. They've basically made it legal without making it legal, without making the announcement. That's exactly what has happened. A lot of these women, you can buy them. Whatever level of life you in, whatever level of life they are in, they're always, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, nobody else's. This is just the angle I'm coming from. They're all for sale and can be bought. If you have the money, you can buy any broad you want, just about. As much as these broads, especially in the community, as much as they claim they don't like Elon Musk and he's doing this, that, and oh my God, and hate Cybertrucks, and oh my God, Tesla sucks and SpaceX sucks and all, Elon Musk, I hate him, blah, 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 blah. I bet you if that nigga came calling, them hoes would drop them drawers real quick and try to get something out of him. They would even let them go in raw because they trying to get something out of them. They see dollar signs because they thinking, you know how much child support I can get out of him? But wait a minute, you just said how much you hate him and all this. I mean, what part of the game is that? It's called the hypocritical part of the game, where women live. That's why we all know that it's legal now. Not on the books legal. It's like gray area legal now. Because this is what they do. They barter the box. So we are now living in the age of the doxy. And men, we have to be smart out there. Just know that they're all for sale. You know what they say. It's never yours. It's just your turn. If you got the cash. This is Gen X Media 7. Hit the like button, share this video, get this message out there because it's very, very important. To all you simps out there, you need to learn how to keep your money in your pocket. You put a stranglehold on a game, them same women you see on OF, you won't even need an OF account. You'll be able to meet them in person. And if that's your thing, paying for box, you shrink the market up, and then they won't have nowhere to go. They'll actually have to deal with you on a personal face-to-face basis. And then at that point, you have the power. Take back the power, gentlemen. Stop tricking off your money. Close down this Doxy environment that they're trying to push on society. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel just because I said so. I'm out.